Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and today we are going to be taking a look at Uniswap and why I believe exchanges, DEXs such as Uniswap are the future. I genuinely believe that we are moving more towards a decentralized world with the sort of realization that a lot of central sort of governance, not only governments, but sort of corporations, institutions, companies happen to be corrupt and do not always give you the best deal. So I genuinely believe that we are moving more and more towards a decentralized world. I think cryptocurrencies as a whole have sort of brought this to the forefront of everyone's attention. And I think we have DEXs, decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, sort of coming to the forefront of this. Uniswap it was created in 2018. November, I think. Price-wise is doing exceptionally well. It's 13th in terms of market cap with about $5.2 billion in it. It is currently sat at around about $18, up 60% on the weekly, down nearly 5% on the 24-hour. And guys, where we're going to start with this is we're going to take a little bit of a look into exactly what Uniswap is, sort of the pros and cons of using something like Uniswap. And then we're going to take a little look at where the price of Uniswap may go. And like I say, as I believe, let me just state this like I do on every single video. I think the cryptocurrency market becomes a multi-trillion-dollar market. I think it is going to be the asset class to be in. And I think, up until now and even now, the cryptocurrency market is really still in infancy at large. And what I mean by that is, in terms of monetary, I think there's a lot of money still to flow into the cryptocurrency market, and I believe when we take a look at something like Uniswap, it's not one of the first of its kind, but it's one of the sort of ones at the forefront. And anyway, that's enough of me sort of waffling on. Let's get straight into Uniswap and what Uniswap is. So it's a decentralized trading protocol, guaranteed liquidity for millions of users and hundreds of Ethereum applications. So essentially on Uniswap, you can trade your ERC20 tokens. So you could swap Ethereum for Chainlink, or Ethereum for Aave, or Ethereum for anything sort of built on Ethereum. The amount of volume traded through Uniswap currently is 83 billion. There's over 72,000 liquidity providers, meaning somebody like me or you who decides to give out tokens that could be Ethereum and Aave in proportionate amounts to a liquidity pool. So the difference between this and an exchange is you don't have depth in terms of order books. You essentially have liquidity pools that replace those order books. That you sort of pull and give back to if you decide to provide liquidity. All-time trades, there's been 29 million. And yeah, I'm very, essentially you can connect your a wallet such as MetaMask, such as Trust Wallet. There's a number of wallets out there you can sort of connect to Uniswap, and you can essentially, like I say, convert your ERC20 tokens, whether that be Ethereum, whether that be Chainlink, whether that be Aave, whatever that may be, into other. You can sort of trade and swap between them, and you can also provide liquidity on this to earn a portion of the fees involved in these transactions. Of course, there are fees involved in these transactions. Now, why would you want to use something decentralized? Well, there's a number of reasons really. As we see more and more regulations getting a hold of the cryptocurrency market, which you could argue is a good or a bad thing. We see things like KYC, know your customer. You quite often now, in order for you to sort of join an exchange, you have to sort of send maybe your passport, a picture of you and your passport, or things are getting a lot more sort of controlled in the cryptocurrency space. And this is one thing that decentralized exchanges are somewhat fighting against. Now, there's, of course, pros and cons to something being decentralized. One is you have a lack of regulations. I'm not against regulations. I think over-regulating something is an extremely bad move, but I think some regulations, of course, are positive and can help people out. So some sort of things that you need to watch out for when you're using Uniswap and you're sort of swapping between tokens is that because obviously you can swap for any ERC20 tokens. People can create their own tokens and sort of put the same logo, etc., etc., and you can actually convert into them, not knowing, that it's not the real Aave in this case, or it's a coin that somebody's just created, and there's nothing really going on with that coin. So there are definitely pros and cons to using something like Uniswap. Like I say, guys, I believe the future is a decentralized one. I'm hoping it is anyway, because I think sort of giving governments the sort of power that they have, this isn't a political thing. I'm not against government necessarily, but I think giving them too much power to the point where they don't actually serve the people, they don't serve the mob, it's vice versa, Anyway, that's enough of me politically. So you can see here in terms of liquidity, there's 3.35 billion. Volume traded is 718 million today. And you can kind of come down here, you can see the top tokens and the sort of liquidity provided in these tokens. There's actually quite a substantial amount of liquidity on here, which I'm very impressed with. I think it's a real bonus. You want to be going into pairs. So what I mean by a pair is, we'll get into more how Uniswap sort of works before we go on to why you want to go for something more liquid than not. But essentially, if you want to swap your tokens on Uniswap and you've decided you don't want to go through something like Binance or Coinbase or any of the other exchanges, Kraken, Gemini, whatever it is, for whatever reason, essentially with exchanges, they usually have a fee for buying the cryptocurrencies, which is a sort of a spread fee, and then they'll have their own additional fee. And then they'll also sort of charge you whatever they like, really, for you to swap from, let's say, I don't know, Ethereum to XRP or something along those lines. But with Uniswap, it actually gives you quite a good price. Of course, there's gas fees involved and there's liquidity provider fees. So the people who actually provide their tokens like Ethereum and Aave to the pool receive a fee in proportion to the size of their stake in regards to the pool, if that makes sense. So essentially what you would do is you would connect your MetaMask or your Trust Wallet, whatever you're using to store your sort of Ethereum or your ERC20 tokens on, and you would essentially say that you wanted to, let's say, exchange one Ethereum for Aave, which we can choose Aave as an example. But if you want to take a look here, guys, you can search name or paste address of these tokens. So essentially what that means is if you're unsure, you can go on CoinGecko and sort of get the sort of the addresses of these tokens. And essentially, like I say, they've got DAI on here. They've got quite a link, Mana, Decentraland. They've got Maker. They've got a number of tokens on here, guys. They've got pretty much every, obviously they've got the Uniswap token. Yearn Finance, USDT, so they've got USD Tether on here, which could, of course, if you were looking to then put your USDT on an exchange to maybe cash out or whatever the plan was, you could, of course, do that. But essentially, guys, let's just use Aave for an example here. So for one for one Ethereum, sorry, I would get 4.3835 Aave. Now let's just check whether that's a good deal or not. Because you need to obviously pay, you can change your slippages. There are slippages involved where, because of the sort of alternating price movement, there can be a slippage of which way up or down, how much Aave you actually get for your Ethereum. It gives a minimum received. Of course, these transactions can fail essentially, and you will receive your initial Ethereum back. Look, you obviously have to pay the liquidities. Now, you can also provide liquidities on these on Uniswap, and you get rewarded as a result of that. You can also get something. You can get sort of yield from it as well. But for the purpose of this video, we're really just going to look at what Uniswap's all about. And like I say, the main thing to get into your head, guys, is a decentralized exchange for ERC20 tokens, Ethereum tokens, essentially. And you can also earn a passive income on Uniswap from providing your tokens to a liquidity pool. which is how essentially these tokens are able to be traded. And like I say, the pairs are all here. It's very sort of out there for you. It does obviously bring all the risks. You'll get warnings pop up as you sort of use the site, and like I say, you definitely want to go for something with more liquidity, because somebody could essentially pull their end of liquidity out and you could get stuck with you not having anything to sort of trade against, if that makes sense, guys. I would definitely recommend, if you're new to the cryptocurrency market, maybe not jumping into something like Uniswap just yet until you're familiar, or if you are going to, maybe only use a small amount of money just to get your bearings. Don't start throwing 10 Ethereum on here and doing stuff like that. Make sure you know what you're doing, and if you just want to try it out, you try a very small amount of money and see how everything works. That's what I did when I got into cryptocurrencies. On most things, even basic things when I first got in, like sending cryptocurrencies from one wallet to another and getting used to gas fees and etc. Always use a small amount. Don't just jump in with your entire sort of portfolio and start because things can go wrong. Like I say, it's one of the downsides with it being decentralized is there's no sort of governing body or overlord that you can go to and sort of complain about. It's decentralized, and it does let you know that on a number of sort of warnings that come on. So let's just see if we get a good deal with that. So 1 Ethereum and you get 4.38 Aave. So let's quickly see if that is about right. So 1 Ethereum is currently around about $1,300, and 1 Aave is so 1,300 divided by yeah, so that's about right. You're actually getting more. It will obviously adjust slightly, and obviously protocols like Chainlink are somewhat used to price feed on this. You're eliminating essentially an exchange like Binance or Kraken or Coinbase having any kind of involvement in this. You keep all your own sort of private keys. You keep your Ethereum wallet all to yourself. You're custodying everything yourself. You're doing it yourself. You're not using necessarily a third party. You're using a sort of protocol to transact. So you can see that it's pretty spot on, like I say. And yeah, guys, I mean, I'm very, very impressed with Uniswap. I have connected wallets. I have also exchange tokens here. I'm not providing liquidity at the moment just because it's something that I may do in the future, but like I say, as we move towards a more decentralized world, guys, I think decentralized exchanges like Uniswap really come to the forefront, and this essentially is one reason we see the sort of price movement that we see in Uniswap. Uniswap, by the way, guys, they gave away 400 Uniswap to people that had sort of like a MetaMask wallet connected to the sort of protocol and had actually used it to swap tokens. They gave away 400 free Uniswap tokens, which today is quite a substantial amount of money. There's a lot of people who got those Uni tokens and really swapped them for something else like Ethereum. However, you'd have actually probably, in a lot of cases, been better holding on to those Uniswap tokens and selling them at a time like now, or holding on to them in the future. Can I see Uniswap sort of reaching $100 coin? Yes. I think there's a number of factors that have to go into that. You never know what's going to happen in the cryptocurrency market. I mean, we've seen recently with the sort of GameStop moving into Dogecoin and now essentially moving into XRP. We're seeing a lot of interesting things happen in the cryptocurrency market. I just thought I'd get this video out because, like I say, I'm very impressed with Uniswap. It essentially went back in, well, sort of the start of the year. Uniswap was trading for around about $3.50 and went right the way up to nearly $20, guys. So somewhat at the like an 8x. It performed very, very well. So if you got those 400 Uniswap tokens back in September of last year, you essentially, I'll give you how much money you would be sat on currently. you'd be sat on about $7,000 and $7,136, guys. So you'd have done very well from getting a token for free. And I think, like I say, Uniswap keeps going and could even reach that $100 mark as the cryptocurrency market matures. I believe 2021 is going to be fantastic for the cryptocurrency market, certainly for Bitcoin. If you guys haven't watched my videos on the 4-year Bitcoin cycle theories, I suggest you go and give them a watch. Well worth a watch. It will kind of explain why everyone's ranting and raving about 2021 and sort of the start of 2022. But yeah, guys, Uniswap has performed very well, and I believe is going to continue to do so. I believe the liquidity on this sort of platform actually continues to go up, which is a good thing, and sort of allows more trust, if you will. There's always an element of risk involved, but it allows more sort of credibility to people actually using these protocols. But of course, there is risk involved, guys. Check Uniswap out for yourself, guys. Always do your own research. Like I say, I'm 100% not a financial advisor. It's just my opinion. I think Uniswap's a great project. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Leave me a like if you can. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm, as this is a sort of new and growing channel. I'd like to do so. And if you guys want to continue to receive cryptocurrency videos, as I produce them pretty much daily, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. But that's what I'm going to sort of love you and leave you for now, guys. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I hope you're all having a fantastic day wherever you are. I'll see you in the next one.